So.
Eternal river that never stops flowing. It reminds me of cigarette smoke. This kid's crazy if he thinks I'll toss this much cigarettes. Hold your horses, okay? Bummer. Okay, relax, I'm coming. You're safe now, kid. You can thank me with a cigarette. Oh, thank you. I was just thinking, wasn't there an urban legend that beast folk meat was used in hamburgers? Oh yeah, there was. And there were fingers with claws in it. So gross. Can we not talk about disgusting stuff while we're eating our food? What is that? What's wrong? A finger? Huh?
Hey, who the hell told her that it was okay to smoke in the kitchen?
Man, thanks for helping me out with all of this, Yaneko. My porno manga and Yawn magazine deadlines overlapped. Thought I was gonna die. Yeah, don't sweat it. Assistants these days aren't usually okay with cigarettes, you know. I draw my art by hand, so I need my assistant in the room with me, and they hate it when I smoke. I gotta say, you're pretty easy to talk to. Naturally a shy person, but you talk.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Watching the latest dub of Chainsmoker Cat, which is episode 4. I don't know. I think episode 5 is still subbed, so I dig this show. It's pretty funny. I'm gonna finish watching Tires after this, so but anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for stopping by in the wasteland of lives of people clicking their dentures, saying googly moogly, and other retarded shit that you may have come across. Hopefully, you look at this as a fire for you to take a rest from the everything that you've just experienced in getting here, and hang out with the guy who's making an analog horror channel entirely on my phone using a $30 app to edit with no AI, because I want to prove those AI guys wrong. You know, the ones that bitch about money but are dropping hundreds of dollars to write paragraphs when a film camera is literally in their pocket with the ability to edit off of. And you know, like they spend $500 to write a prompt, but you can get DaVinci for $300. Learn how to edit, but no, they'd rather phone it in. So that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm also making a weed documentary about a weed distribution company that reached out to me for the gig. I'm gonna be writing a book about that experience. I'm also going to be writing a book about my psychedelic experience, my ego death psychedelic experience. It happened a few weeks ago. And yeah, well, like over a month at this point. So pretty much coming to terms with the whole psychedelic experience being sold to me, um, and being lied to ultimately. I think I was told that it would be enlightening, fun, yada 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 yada, and I was just like, not for me. I'm kind of actually angry that all these people didn't tell me that any of this was actually real, you know, like this was an actual outcome. Getting angry instead of feeling unified, instead of feeling, you know, it just made me more upset with how things were. You know, and like the charlatans that I felt, like the Joe Rogans, the Duck and Trussels, the Timothy Leary, like the entire, like most of the psychedelic community. And that's what I'm like uncovering when I'm talking to people about this. Like I've taken, like I'm halfway through the book. I'm 6 chapters in. So I'm doing another 6 chapters, but I wanted to talk to people other than myself who have had these psychedelic experiences. And it's honestly getting to the point to where I can't believe how moronic some of these fucks are, you know? Some psychonauts out there. I'm not saying like all psychonauts. They're great people, they're very sweet people, nice people, all this shit, but they're regurgitating talking points from people that co-opted the entire psychedelic experience and branded it the way they wanted it to be. And so when you get that, you get a lot of people reading Timothy Leary's books, you get a lot of people reading up on the psychedelic experiences of professors and all this other things, and following these guidelines. They're all the same guidelines. It's like, make sure your environment's nice, make sure you have a trip buddy there, make sure you're in a good headspace, make sure you fast, make sure you're positive, make sure you focus on whatever it is that you want answers to, and make sure they're clear. You know, go in forward thinking, have a playlist, just like an entire grocery list of things that I did. And they ultimately it meant nothing. None of those things meant anything. When I got out of the experience, I've never felt more not only isolated in my beliefs of what this psychedelic experience actually was, but also very much like I think there should be something else out there that talks about taking mushrooms in 2026. And as an American taking mushrooms in 2026, you have to be a fucking psycho, a fucking mental case to think that with all the chaos that is going on out there, moving ever closer to like post-apocalyptic or dystopian, there really isn't any divergence of trajectory. It's either the people at power are going to get tired of us questioning their authority, tired of the flock cameras coming down, tired of like aggression, tired of all this bullshit, and they're just going to nuke everything. They'll be in silos while we melt away on the surface. Or there's just going to be so many cameras on so many things. It wasn't enough to have cameras as doorbells. That couldn't be enough for anybody. We need a third-party camera monitoring the neighborhoods. And so, what's going to happen? What's the end game with this? You know? And that's where my mind goes almost every time. Even when I thought about creating something on my ego death trip. That's the other thing I was told. It's like, focus on what you want and make sure it's clear. That's probably the closest thing to accurate that I've heard one of these fucking kooks from the 60s talk about, and that is focusing on what it is that you want your trip to be about. And I wanted it to be about the analog horror series. I don't care, like, and that's the other thing. It's like people are like, think happy thoughts. Don't think about horror films or anything like that. Yes, like if you're watching something like Widow's Bay, the season finale of Widow's Bay on mushrooms, you're probably gonna freak out. I freaked out. But like thinking about a horror show that you're writing, you know, thinking about the extraterrestrial show, the other show that I'm making, that's way more complex because it's made like an actual show. You know, the documentary, the book, you know, like any number of those things I was thinking about in the entire day right before I tripped. That's what I was thinking about over and over and over and over and over again. And then what I got was the idea for this book, where I was focusing on creativity, and then it veered to these other things. It veered to the nuclear bomb. It veered to how the people in power, we dropped almost 1,000 nuclear bombs underground. The powers that be, nuclear bombs. Do you understand? And I say this all the time, but like it's literally a new form of weapon, science, like everything about the nuclear bomb is new, right? They're splitting an atom. They split an atom almost 1,000 times underground, under the guise that, hey, under all the layers of dirt, you know, whatever things that they have, the lead walls, whatever the fuck they want to say, yeah, it's fine, you're protected, we're fine. And if any radiation gets out, the Rocky Mountains, you know? And that's something that has always stuck in my head when I thought about that, when I was learning about this shit in school. I'm like, so you're telling me that these people, not an understanding at all, like completely figuring out that all the theories that they had were good, that they didn't blow up the world as they originally thought, set the atmosphere on fire. That's what they originally thought would happen. So that was a possibility. But when they found out that that didn't happen, it almost gave them carte blanche to just keep going. And it did. It happened. But I don't think anybody actually realizes what nukes do on our field of existence. What they actually do. You know? For all we know, they fired off the nuclear bomb. It blew up the world. And we are all living in this dream due to the splitting of the atom, something that we don't know. But yet it would be one thing if it was just the one time, but we did it like around 900 times. And then Russia dropped, and that's just us. Who knows what Russia's doing? All these other people with nukes, and it's just like, we don't know what the fifth dimension is looking like when they see the nukes. We don't know what the fourth or any other dimensions. We don't know if it's tearing a hole through the fabric of physics and reality towards us. We're just retards. These same people that say the Rocky Mountains are going to filter were the same people painting their bassinets with lead-based paint, painting their walls, you know, fucking using lead paint on toys. And we're somehow supposed to be, okay, so this brand new thing that you guys just discovered that you're doing 900 times underground, we're just going to assume that you guys know every single safety protocol that happens when you set one of these things off. You know everything, every variable that happens, you know. What was that? Oh, you don't know. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. We did the Trinity test. Then we dropped it on Japan. Let's just leave it at that. But no, nobody leaves it at that. Everybody in civilization, because they got a new toy, all the other countries have to get a new toy. And who knows? what sort of radioactive wasteland we're currently, and see, this is a mindset that I was in of just like, man, we really don't know what the fuck any of this is. Like, we really don't. We pray that there's a God or there's Jesus, but then the more I think about the nuclear bomb, you think that, like, that would be, that's when Jesus would lace up his Jordans and be like, hey, coach, put me in. I'm ready to come back. These assholes are about to split an atom. So I got to come in here. Whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, guys. Hold it. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Listen. I get why, like, this, it's me. I'm Jesus. This is my second coming. I'm coming on the verge. Which is my girlfriend's name. Coming on the verge of y'all making the most detrimental weapon known to mankind. I know I flubbed it with slavery. I'll take my lashings for that. However, this thing, when you set it off, you don't really understand what happens when you split an atom and it fucks up other dimensions, So, yeah, I'm just gonna come back. We're gonna start this thing. You know what I mean? We're gonna run this the old JC way. Bring the 10 Commandments, and we're gonna solve this, guys. Okay, I'll deal with Hitler. Don't worry about him. Just listen. You guys can't make a nuclear bomb. Okay? Why can't Jesus do that? Why wouldn't Jesus do that? Don't you think that making a nuclear bomb would be a good, Don't you think that's when he would? But no. No, he'd rather just let us do it 900 more times. Yeah, 900 more times. Great. Terrific. Awesome. It's so glad to put in faith into something that is so supposed to be reflective of good and pure and just loving and fair. And he's like, all right, nuclear bomb, all right. Nothing else bad could happen after the nuclear bomb, okay, guys? All right, I promise you, the next bad thing that happens, I'm coming in. Enter Jeffrey Epstein. Jesus up there, just... God comes in. Hey, Jesus, what are you doing? Get off the Game Boy. I don't know if you know this, but your little ant farm down there has appointed this retard named Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein. And yeah, listen. They're taking kids. They're eating kids. They're doing something with children. Now, I'm not gonna look. I could, but I don't want to. Okay, JC, you're gonna have to go down there, and give them 1-4. Well, what was that? I'm sorry, Dad. I can't hear you. Can't hear you, pal. Like, hey, man, they ate the apple. So this is what happens when you eat the apple, right, guys? Huh? Like, do you really want that, fucker? Oh, God. Hold on. Oh. But yeah, no, see, that's the shit that I was thinking about on mushrooms, right? And I'm just like, okay, what is this? What are we in? What is this? And I just kept asking myself, what is this? Because nobody knows that they're psychotic when they're psychotic, right? So it stands to reason that if someone's living in their head, people have said that people live in their heads, right? So But yeah, that's stuff that I was thinking about. That's stuff that was roaming around my head, and I just started focusing in on that. I'm like, all right, so let's so 60s is post bombs, post um like it's all about peace and love, stop all just the psyop of the counterculture the psyop of the counterculture generation. All right. But yeah, guys. Yeah, the big thing that I do say in the book. All right. But yeah, guys, it's just it was one of those things to where I'm like, all right, now I'm locked in. Now I know what I'm gonna write the book about, and I start the introduction, and that's an important thing that I want to say to people, like even but yeah, you know. What's wild is where I'm currently 2 weeks out of my last trip, which was about 6 grams of mushrooms that I took, and that shit hit me like a fucking freight train, dude. I was on a stone altar. My bed was a stone altar. It was raining in my like I was underneath my blanket like a Viking, and there's like a my phone light was like a fire keeping me warm. It was fucking trippy, dude. And I'm just like, this has to mean something else. This has to mean something else. I don't believe anything Timothy Leary, like, I will say, like, read the information yourself. Because there are things that can be taken away from people's psychedelic experiences that you can yourself then prepare for. Because it's not always going to be the same. And as communal as people love to tell you psychedelics are, they are an individual journey. You could be with friends and take them all at the same time. It does not fucking matter. You guys are on your own trip. Okay? So it's best to have someone there who's sober, who's just like, hey, like, if you want to laugh like a jackass, laugh like a dude, I laughed for 6 hours straight. It was hilarious. I was on the phone with my friend, and I was just laughing my ass off. My entire ceiling was mushrooms, and they were like this, but they were perfectly lined. So where one of them was, if one of them was like this, the one right next to it was like this, and they all kind of blended in together like a puzzle. So it was just like boom, 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 just right next to each other, lining my ceiling with like these rainbow outlines all around them. It was fucking crazy. And then like, I don't know, it just felt like a crazy fucking experience. It's hard to explain. It really is. It really is hard to explain. But like, it was definitely better than the ego death. The ego death I felt like I was very standoffish. I was looking up to the sky and getting a sense that I was observing another dimension while also being observed. And I was just resenting the being observed part. I was like, hey, fuck you guys, you know, whatever those guys are. I don't know. But anyway, this next trip that I'm planning to do in 2 more weeks. So next week and the week after is when I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna do it while I read Final Space, the Final Space graphic novel. I'm gonna make my way through that book, and we'll see. Oh, but anyway, yeah, I stopped this shit for a long time. I guess I don't want this fucking episode to end. I love Chainsmoker Cat. I'm sorry. I know it's like Gooner.
Not to sound rude, but
Gooner.
I'm glad you got fired from your last job. I'll make sure you're paid well for all of this too. You okay?
Give it to me!
Nice. Looks good. You're doing great so far, young Nano. Wow, so this is your little sister, huh? She's cute. Don't you think? Yeah.
Promise you won't bring my little sister into any of this.
I won't, as long as you do what we agreed on.
Good.
Great, because I just bought this on Macari. It's a high school girl uniform outfit.
Yay!
Truth is, I wasn't really annoyed with you. You said you wanted to make things right after burning that artwork the other day. I swear I didn't even care at all, though. I was gonna let it go. But damn, you have a great body, don't you, Nicole?
Oh my god. Okay, guys, context here. She's like in her late 20s, all right? I think. She's an adult though, okay? So what you're hearing, the how high school girl, there, it's like this, it's fucking weird because the anime chick who's doing the manga artist is like, has this like, if you've seen anime, you know the guy. They're in every anime. The guys that wear the shades, like what's her name? Like Peppermint Patty's sidekick from the Peanuts, where you can't see their eyes, but they're like the dweeb, neckbeard creeps. That's what they usually are in the anime or manga. You know, that's how they're drawn. And and she's like the manga artist is kind of like a girl creep guy.
Perfect model for my next porno manga. I love seeing an adult woman wearing a high school uniform instead of an actual high school student.
This is so creepy.
Okay, let's go outside. Why are we filming outside? Well, this next story has to do with outdoor sex. So I also need inspo for the background.
Oh my god. What a fucking psycho, dude. You know what I like about this anime? I think she might be in here. Oh, she's not. I don't think so. Oh, no, that's only the cat people.
Okay, good. Now stick your butt out a little more. Ooh, wag your tail like you're seducing me. Perfect, just like that. All right, now try laying down. Okay, now give me that one nice stand look. I feel like that's not erotic enough.
Oh my god. Oh. And every person in this anime is shitty. They're taking these lewd pictures on the ground and stuff. And like it's just like, yeah, show me the one night stand look. Oh, how about we try ripping your uniform and skirt? And it's like, oh. And then it cuts to the wide when she says that, and there's a playground, and then there are like 3 kids just kid boys just like looking at them in the distance. I'm sure they're gonna cut to
I
them.
know. Let's try tearing up your uniform a bit. Oh. Oh. Holy shit. That's so sexy. Now this. Come on, just go with it. Here. All you gotta do is act like you want it real bad. Okay, now let's try a different angle. I want you to beg for it. Don't stop! You know just how I like you, don't you?
Okay, I can't watch this on live, dude. Yeah, y'all, dude, the audio is crazy. Oh my god, the show is so fucked.
Yes, yes. Oh, I've got so much good material to work with here.
Cigarettes after work always taste so good.
Now I want to go shoot in the best location for outdoor sex. The public restroom! No outdoor sex in the park is complete without a stop to the filthy public restrooms that have been completely overrun by homeless people.
Oh,
Yeah.
this manga artist is fucked, dude.
Yeah, what kind?
Something with mushrooms, I think.
Wait, what did she say about mushrooms?
Filthy public restrooms that have been completely overrun by homeless people.
Yeah. I heard they're coming out with a new burger.
Oh,
Yeah, what kind?
Something with mushrooms, I think.
Just kidding. That person wearing a schoolgirl uniform. It can't be her, right?
oh shit, the police are coming.
Have we located the suspects?
Yumiko, that was your big sister, right?
Can't be because my sister's hamburger meat.
She's what?
Chain smoker cat.
Chainsmoker cat.
Oh, this is pure gold. Yamineko wasn't able to finish with me. Imoko picked her up from the police station and had to forcibly drag her to her parents' house. I still had a few more pictures I needed to take from. Oh, wow. That outfit fits you perfectly, Kansai.
Well, you kind of kept consistent, so you're fun looking thing. Seems to me you could just be your own mom.
Your body's incredible, Kansai. Besides, this character is supposed to be pure and innocent. You're more suited for it than Yamineko.
Uh-oh, you think so?
Yeah, that'll do for now, I think.
It's over.
Stand straight for a second.
Yeah, sure. Oh.
I also need some reference photos for the actual intercourse. I'd like you're a virgin who's nervous about getting pounded into oblivion. Don't let me down now.
Don't know if I can do this.
Oh, that's it. Now try another position. Like this. Yeah. Sweaty little kitty cat.
Oh god.
Strawberry milk. Sorry to keep you.
The hell is wrong with you, you damn cat? You spilled the boss's strawberry milk all over him. You're gonna pay for disrespecting the Kodan family.
Hey, don't you dare lay a finger on her, Katsurada.
Sorry, sir.
Katsurada, have you forgotten what our boss here always says?
No, sir. Don't pick fights with the civilians.
Yes, very good.
Forgive me, Mr. Kazushi.
It's quite all right. We've known Yanni here since she was just a runt, no bigger than a grain of rice. Seeing her all grown up. I'm so proud of her, it damn near makes me cry.
Okay, well, even so, Yanni Nico, you should apologize.
Yeah. My bad, sir.
Oh my god.
Hey, boss. I lost track of the time. You have that newcomer on Warden. We should get going. Boss.
Right. Just give me a second, Shibata.
Sure. The thing is, at this rate, rookies who have any potential.
Hey, Yanni. Still busy with work or what? You told me we would play Neon Rebel at some point, remember? Hey, Yabe Neko.
I finished.
Hey, where you going?
It'll be fine if we're a little late.
So he's a small tits kind of guy?
Chain smoker cat.